Good morning from sunny Swinton. It's the 22nd of April, Wednesday. Waking up to the news that various states in the United States of America are going to sue China, the Chinese Communist Party, for negligence surrounding the failed containment of the coronavirus SARS-CoV-2. Now, whether China is a demonic entity and did this on purpose, I doubt it. Whether they were researching a vaccine and this all went wrong, who knows? Whether they were researching viruses generally not looking for a vaccine and then something went very wrong, who knows? But one thing is for sure. Go-goos. One thing is for sure. They're standing up, Isaac. That's really good. One thing is for sure. The communist fascist way of organizing information and reacting to a pandemic has cost the lives already now of 200,000 people. It's only day 104 of the global pandemic. And I agree, the CCP, the Chinese Communist Party, has to go. It needs to be sued into oblivion. We need a new Treaty of Versailles against the Chinese Communist Party to absolutely eviscerate them and force their hand into a modern democracy with accountability and transparency, because we cannot afford to let the Chinese Communist Party remain in power in case the next pandemic is even worse. What are they going to do? Here's the thing, look, whether it's malicious or negligent, we'll go with the negligent route using Occam's razor. So a group of local commissars in some county in China discover the novel coronavirus, and it looks very serious. And so they then go to their local state governor, the Communist Party officials, who then they decide, oh, do I get into trouble? Do I get in trouble with my regional Guangdong Hubei province commissar? All these little apparatchiks filleting the power. Exactly, filleting the power phallus as it comes down from Beijing. So anyway, so they find this big virus. It's killing people. It's very serious. Do they keep their mouth shut? Do they tell their guy above them they're going to get sacked? Because that's how it works in communist stroke fascism. That's how it works. Beijing will just scalp the local guys so that Beijing looks glorious. So anyway, because of this inefficiency and throwing whistleblowers in jail and fining them like Dr. Lee, the 34-year-old hero who died, the pandemic went global. So yeah, they should be sued. This is the end of the CCP. Let's turn China into a South Korea. Let's turn it into a Japan with accountability, transparency, and democracy. And it's time to entertain the baby again. He's done his yoga. He's done his exercise. Let's go and walk with the baby. Alrighty, I've got here a pack from Iran. Day mask, 3-ply face mask, high filtering, made in Iran. And obviously that's a bit of Farsi going on there. So, funny story, yesterday I bumped into two lovely gentlemen in the city. And those two lovely gentlemen said, "Hey Charlie, how are you? We watch your channel, we're long-time viewers." And they were walking around, shorts and t-shirts, sunglasses on, face masks, and they were called Kiri and Lewis. I hope they don't mind me saying hello. And they were like, "Oh, the taller guy, Kiri," he goes, "You know, Lewis is furious with you." And I said, "Why is that?" And then had a proper British Monty Python moment. Kiri reaches across and takes off Lewis's sunglasses, revealing Oriental eyes. And I clocked him as a Chinese before. Anyway, he's a Chinese national, and he was super cool, super friendly. And he had been doing business in Iran. You know, nothing suspicious about that at all. You know, Iran's a decent country to go and do business. And he's got me a face mask from Iran. So this is no fear. You know, I know Iran's epicenter of the coronavirus. They estimate between 50,000 and 100,000 dead there. So there's a Chinese gentleman in central Manchester has given me an Iranian face mask. Let's try it on. You know, I get why people wear the mask, but it's not for me. I don't think it does what people think it does. I think it's more of a signal, a symbol that you're taking it all seriously. I'm alone on a golf course. There's a man walking his dog and he's looking at me saying, yeah, good thing he doesn't infect the camera. Good thing he's wearing the face mask. Anyway, let's take him off. Let's take him off. Morning everyone, it's now Thursday the 23rd of April and this is your next coronavirus update. Did a couple of little clips yesterday, not wearing my Iranian Chinese businessman face mask. Who knows what the CCP has infected it with, what kind of strain of the Shanghai shivers they've put in it. Today's quick talk is now we're going to have the kind of, I guess, the stress point between well, I can't really shoot this video with a baby that wants to cross the road. Had to stop filming, I've strapped the baby in now, but where was I? I think the big stress point now, the big conflict, the kind of charging both sides here is the sovereign rights of the individual as a manifestation of the true divine one out there versus the collective, democratic to be fair, temporary ability to keep everyone under house arrest, not only for our own good, but for the alleged hypothetical Schrodinger's good of others. Because you might not be infected, you might already have been infected and got antibodies against it, allegedly. So, what we're going to propose now, what we're going to propose right now is the British way out of the COVID-19 global pandemic. Now, this isn't to say it's going to go away. People are still going to die. But here's how we're going to do it. And we've already started. Today's the 23rd of April. Over the next week, over the next 10 days, over the next fortnight, what businesses need to start doing is start to open slowly, letting a couple of customers at a time, give them a bit of hand sani. You could do the classic Nigerian toilet attendant. You could say, look, no hand sani, no punani. And then you get people moving. It's just not British to keep people under house arrest for our own good. You know, it was a former British men who became American, not American, who said, the government, by the people, for the people, of the people. No matter what it does, the individual shall remain sovereign, as this is the government for him. Not to control him, this is his thing, this is his club. So the British way out, you know, to be enlightened, to be libertarian, to be a little bit anarchic philosophically, because truly it's between you and yourself. Look, we've given the British culture here, we've given it a month of house arrest, we've kept our grannies and granddads at home, we've only gone to the supermarket once a week for essentials if you're vulnerable, we've not interacted with other people, we've not been within 2 meters, 5 meters of people. I even got my Iranian face mask, as you saw. So I'm sorry, the balance will have to slowly shift, and this is the British way. We have laws, but when they become a bit silly, we put them to the side, and the police have discretion. So my advice for everyone on this beautiful island is slowly go back to normal now. Whatever the case fatality rate, the mortality rate of COVID-19, whether it's 0.5%, whether it's 20%, there's no avoiding it. And if we give up everything that we've enjoyed out of fear, oh, some people are going to die, oh, let's not leave the house, oh, someone's going to die. That is starting to wear thin, because people are going to die. I still think it's a bad virus, I still think it's a serious virus. But, you know, it's not the warrior spirit to stay under house arrest. sometimes you just got to go out there and take your risk with the virus. Otherwise, you know, can you imagine? Can you imagine? I mean, look, I'm young, 39. Isaac is young, he's 1. But imagine you're 75, you're 80, or you're 65, you're under house arrest for a year, and then you die. You'd wish, oh, I wish I was out in the sunshine, you know, like maybe I wouldn't have got the virus. Who knows what killed you after your depressing year under house arrest. So there's a balance to be struck. Also, with the house arrest comes domestic violence, depression, suicide, cancer, obesity. People are going to have strokes from sitting down watching TV. So again, and also the kids have got to go to school. You know, we've been homeschooling best we can, but come on now. It's like dial 0555. Oh, come on now. Come on now. Let's be a bit more adult about this. Because living in fear under house arrest, and like, I hope I've actually given a good message over the last 6 weeks, doing my every couple of days coronavirus update. I'm in the city, I'm in the suburbs, I'm out and about, I take my baby out, I'm getting sucker punched by crackheads. None of it really matters in the end, because why be scared? Why be scared? So again, whoever's completing the system of German idealism, I think it's important to obviously believe in science and materialism. We've obviously seen the virus, we've seen it under a microscope in the laboratory, we've done the genetic analysis, the full genetic code of the virus is out there for everyone to see. But ultimately, from an idealist point of view, what does it mean? And you're not going to find the meaning in the physical nature of something. You have to see how it ties in to the greater zeitgeist of the mind of God, having fun and novelty. Right, let's get that baby home. Thanks for listening.